The North Korean leader's reported appearance comes after a series of unsubstantiated news reports suggesting that Mr. Kim was brain dead or in grave danger after heart surgery. Seoul, South Korea. North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, resurfaced in public view on Friday, the North state news media reported Saturday, controverting 3 weeks of rumors and unconfirmed news reports that he was in grave danger after undergoing heart surgery. He appeared at a ceremony at a factory in Suncheon, the North state news agency said, later releasing photos from the event. The report was not independently confirmed immediately. Mr. Kim, 36, had last appeared publicly on April 11. Speculation about his health, and about who would take over the hermetic country with a nuclear arsenal should he become incapacitated or die, began swirling after Mr. Kim missed the state celebrations of his country's biggest holiday on April 15. On that day the country marks the birthday of his grandfather, Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea. The rumors had subsequently gone into overdrive, claiming that he was in grave danger, in a vegetative state after botched heart valve surgery, or in quarantine after contracting COVID-19. Other reports said that China had sent doctors to Pyongyang to save him. Later Saturday, the North Korean news agency released photos showing a smiling Mr. Kim clapping hands, cutting a ribbon, and standing with his hands locked across his chest and behind his back at a new fertilizer factory. All the participants again burst into thunderous cheers of hurrah, the newsagency said, adding that Mr. Kim warmly acknowledged the builders and masses raising thunderous cheers. The report went on to say that he looked around the factory, accompanied by senior Workers' Party officials, including his only sister, Kim Yo-jong, it said. Although apparently no outside media was allowed to witness the ceremony, the report by the North's official Korean Central News Agency follows a familiar pattern. State media typically reports Mr. Kim's public appearances a day after it took place, carrying photos from the scene as well. The South Korean government did not immediately comment on the report, but it has pushed back against recent speculation that Mr. Kim was in poor health. Its unification minister, Kim Yoon-chul, had called the prior reports fake news, saying that South Korea could say confidently that there was no evidence to confirm rumors that Mr. Kim was gravely ill. The rumor mill about Mr. Kim's fate had been fueled by the fact that North Korea had not reported a public appearance by its leader for weeks. Nor had it responded to lurid claims about his health. As recently as Friday, before the report in the North state media, Ji Seong-ho, a North Korean defector who recently won a seat in the South Korean parliament, told reporters that he was 99% sure that Mr. Kim had died last weekend. The past weeks of rumors have shown how unprepared the outside world remains for a potential political crisis caused by something like the sudden, unexpected death of the dictator in a country bristling with dozens of nuclear weapons, said Danny Russell, vice president of Asia Society Policy Institute. We got a glimpse of the danger of loose nukes, and worse if the death of Kim Jong-un had unleashed a destabilizing power struggle in the north, where Mr. Kim had no designated adult heir in place, Mr. Russell said by email. Mr. Russell had dealt with North Korea as a National Security Council director at the White House and Assistant Secretary of State for Asia. He said the past few weeks showed that authoritative information about the North Korean Supreme Leader's well-being and whereabouts is very closely guarded, and therefore dramatic rumors about his health and behavior need to be regarded with considerable skepticism. The North's report on Saturday did not dispel the mystery over why Mr. Kim missed the important state ceremonies for his grandfather's birthday, an absence that set off a series of speculative reports. A South Korean news website that hires North Korean defectors as reporters said that Mr. Kim had undergone heart surgery. U.S. news reports said that Washington was monitoring intelligence that Mr. Kim was in grave danger. This is not the first time Mr. Kim had disappeared from public view for weeks at a time or faced intense speculation about his health. And the information vacuum surrounding the doings of North Korean leaders leaves fertile ground for misinformation to spread. Some past rumors about the health of North Korean leaders have indeed proved true, like speculation that Mr. Kim's father, Kim Jong-il, had a stroke in 2008. But most turned out to be groundless. In 1986, a South Korean newspaper reported a World Scoop claiming that Mr. Kim's grandfather, then President Kim Il-sung, had died in an armed attack. A smiling Kim Il-sung resurfaced 2 days later. In 2014, Kim Jong-un disappeared for more than a month, prompting rumors that he might have been deposed in a coup. North Korean media later showed him walking with a cane. South Korean intelligence said he had undergone ankle surgery. Over the years, top officials reported to have been executed have also often resurfaced. In 2015, a North Korean defector claimed that Mr. Kim ordered his own aunt killed with poison. But the aunt, Kim Kyong-hui, re-emerged in Pyongyang in January.